Hey, how's it going, guys? Natasha here from IGN Southeast Asia. Now, have you guys ever wanted a small enough phone that could fit in the palm of your hand, especially someone with small hands like me with T-Rex hands? Okay, no exaggeration now. This phone can be used one-handedly, is light, and has considerable power enough to game on? Well, that's our question today. We are going to be reviewing the iPhone SE, so let us play the jingle. So before we begin, guys, let's talk about why this phone stands out. So in my hand here is the iPhone SE. Check it out, guys. It's so tiny. It fits in the palm of my hand. By the way, this is comparison. This is the iPhone 8 Plus, and this is the iPhone SE. You can see it's such a considerable difference in size. So what makes this phone special? Well, this is a tiny light phone, 4.7 inches in size, but in the body of an iPhone 8. So another thing that you guys need to know, despite that, I guess people would think it's a downgrade, it's actually not, because inside of it is the A13 Bionic chip. Yes, this is the iPhone 11 Pro's chip from last year, which means this phone is extremely powerful despite the size and the weight. Anyways, for the rest of the phone, you can see it follows the classic iPhone 8 layout. The home button is back right here, which means you have the fingerprint reader again. And on the right here, as usual, you have the volume button. On the left is a volume rocker, as well as a mute button. And on the bottom, you have your dual speakers and the lightning port. This here is plastic, which means that this doesn't come with wireless charging, and it comes with a single rear camera setup. So the back here comes with 12 megapixels and the front over here comes with 7. Anyways, let's talk about gaming. I turned to our usual suspects when it comes to gaming. Notably, we had Asphalt 9, PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, Nishan, as well as Mobile Legends Bang Bang. And let me tell you, all the games played on this phone worked flawlessly. So all games by default had already been set to highest setting, and for Asphalt 9, oddly, I couldn't change the settings to something higher or lower because the game had already been optimized for the phone, which is really insane for me because this phone only comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM. It's so shocking how this phone can manage to run those high-spec games without struggling. Because of the size, I really thought that this phone would be struggling in terms of heat, but man, was I wrong. All the games I played did not heat up the phone at all. There was only one game that made the phone just a tiny bit warm, which is Call of Duty Mobile, but it was barely even there, honestly. Now let's talk about the battery. So battery-wise, this phone's battery was kind of disappointing to me. It only comes with a 1821 milliamp battery, and an hour of gaming took off about 34% of battery. So if you're gonna be going out and gaming, I recommend you do bring a power bank. But the upside for this phone is that it comes with an 18-watt fast charger, which means charging on this is a lot faster than the iPhone 8 back then. So one downside when you game on this is definitely the size. I've been using the iPhone 8 Plus for a while, so when you go to a screen this small, it is a huge difference, but I adapted to it quite fast. So oddly, despite me talking about how awesome this phone is to be small, the size is also a downside itself when it comes to gaming because this phone is tiny. So if you're like me and you've used the iPhone 8 for a while and you're used to very big displays like this, you may need to adjust to using this phone. Also, there are bezels, so if you guys come from phones that are bezel-less, this might take some time for you to get used to. Also, if you're gonna game on this, I recommend you turn off the floating home button because there's a lot of times where I accidentally pressed it. Let's talk about the screen. The glide on this screen is amazing. It is the perfect amount of glide that you can have fast reaction times, but not enough resistance to kind of like drag your hand across the screen and kind of hurt your fingers while you game, which is really nice. Audio on this is amazing. It comes with dual speakers at the bottom here, which means that sometimes I would accidentally cover the phone by accident here. There's no muffled audio because there is still another speaker grill. Also, it's loud, it's clear. I don't really feel the need to use earphones too much with this. It's just great as is. So to answer your question, yes, you can game on the iPhone SE. Anyways, you can find our full review in the description box as well as the prices for all the Southeast Asian countries listed in the review. Anyways, I'm Natasha signing out. And now it's time for me to finally switch over to the iPhone SE. Bye guys!